back. In this video, we will be learning about return and void. So, what exactly it is and what is the difference between return and void? Here, imagine I have a servant. Imagine I have a servant and I will tell my servant to go and switch on the fan. So, the servant will go and switch on the fan and he will come back. Here, servant is not returning me anything in hand. Right? He just did a job. Now, I'll take my calculator and I'll type as 5 multiplied by 6. So, it will give back the answer as 30 in my hand. So, here, what difference you notice between the servant and between the calculator? Servant will switch on the fan and he will come back, but he is not giving nothing. He is not giving anything to me in hand. Whereas calculator is giving me 30, which gives a value back to me. So here, servant is acting as a void method, right? Servant is acting as a void method where servant gives nothing, whereas calculator is acting as a return type method where the calculator is doing the job and is returning me something, right? Now, in this example, in this return versus void class, we are seeing an example of a void method. So here we had a main method and which has a method called as a print name. So let us see how exactly it works before running in the editor. Here if you see here I have a main method. I have a main method with a to print with a method followed by a method name which is defined in the method body. Right? So what happens as soon as as I mentioned, Java program always starts its execution with the main method. So now the console will move towards this print name. So the method name is print name. So the console will come. So the console will come towards the print name, right? And the argument, whatever we have, argument is the value which we are passing in the method name, is assigned to the parameter name, that is string name, right? So now in the output it will print me as name equals to Rahul, right? In the output it will print me as name equals to Rahul. Similarly, but it is not returning anything. Till it prints the output, this console will keep on waiting, right? Here what happens, as soon as it prints name equals to Rahul, it is not returning anything. It will come back and move to the next statement, that is print name again. Sorry, it will print as John, not Rahul. Right? It will print as John since we are executing the first statement. Right? Here, after printing John, when it comes back to the next statement, it is not returning anything. It is not returning anything because we have used void method. We are using void method. So, it is not returning anything. Next, in the next statement, it is print name of Rahul. Now, again the method points to print name and it will assign the argument to a name parameter where in the next line it will print as Rahul, right? Now, this is how void method works. Let us see how this runs. Let us see how this works in the editor. So, this is your program and here we have a main method defined with the two functions where it is printing the name and it is not returning me anything. If you run it, yes, here if you see, if you run it, it is printing me name equal to John and name equal to Rahul, but it is not returning me anything. Now, let us take an example of a calculator. Here we are using the return method, right? In the calculator example, here if you see in the main method, we are defining a variable a and it is initialized to a and it has an assigned value as 5, and next the variable an is where a method has been called. The method name is square. So when the console reaches to square of a, the value stored in a is 5. So what happens, as soon as it sees the square of a, control will go to this method, that is public static int square of int n. Now what happens, the argument is 5, right? The argument passed here is 5. This argument is placed to n equals to 5 where n gets assigned as 5, right? and it is calculating 5 into 5, which is 25. Now what happens? Since we are using return and it is of integer type, always remember, whenever I'm using a return method, then it must return me a data type. Clear? It may be a integer data type or a decimal or anything, right? It must return me a data type. Now it is calculating 25, and since I am using a return method, it will come back. It will come back to the main method from where it got called. So it got called from int ins equals to square of a. Right? Now in answer the value stored is 25. Right? So it is returning me 25 when it is coming back. It is coming back with the value. So this 25 is getting assigned to ans. That is the variable ans. Now the next line is print statement. So it will print me the square equals to ans. So finally the answer would be square equal to 25. Clear? Now this is the difference between void and return. Here void, as soon as it completes the execution, it is not returning any value. Here it is just printing the statement, but it is not returning any value to the main method. Here after calculating, when it returns back to the main method, it is returning some value, right? So return always will return a value to a main method, whereas void doesn't return any values. Now let us see how it works. Yes, this is the function, this is the program. So here I have taken a and ans, the same program which I have written in the, which I have showed you while explaining. So as soon as it will calculate the value, and this value is taken back to the method, that is ans equal to square of a, and then square is getting printed. Let us see. Yes, here if you see, square is 25. So it is calculating the value of square using the method and it is returning the value. So this is about return method and void method. In the next video, we will learn what is pass by value. Till then, keep revising all the topics whatever I have taught till now, and also keep practicing all the programs whatever I have included in the past videos. Thank you.